Welcome to the Ayurvedic Way, where we explore ancient health and cooking secrets from India that have helped people live in balance for thousands of years. I'm Randall Mark.
I'm Amrita Sondhi. Today we're talking about how to balance the body. We're cooking a flavorful vegetable pilau. You're not going to want to miss this.
And I'm talking to Dr. Susan Viali, author of Live a Life You Love, all about how to find balance in your busy lives. Stick around, it's going to be a great show. Today we're talking about balance, and in the Ayurvedic system, the body's divided up into 3 body types or doshas. Explain what those are.
Vata, which is spontaneous and creative. Fire, which is Pitta, and that is the administrator, the leader. Kapha, our endurance, stability, ability to hold things up.
So I'm kind of, I found I'm Pitta. I'm kind of the fiery, I've got passion, I've got energy, but when I'm out of balance, I really feel stressed.
Right.
So food is, in the Ayurvedic system, is the way that you can bring people into balance.
Absolutely. You'd eat cooling foods that bring you down, like the mint that's actually cooling. Or
we're making a salad. What's the salad called here?
This is the tomato, feta, mint salad.
Again, so all natural, very, look at this mint?
Yeah, isn't that gorgeous fresh mint?
Yeah, yeah.
And it takes really seconds to make, and it's so fun. And look at the colors.
I love it.
In Ayurveda, it's essential that there's something raw like this at every meal. Okay, and this is...
That's the olives.
I really chose this salad because it shows us how easy it is to eat deliciously.
I'm just going to dump this as a lemon juice.
Gently pour it.
Gentle.
Drizzling.
Drizzling.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then?
One more squeeze of your lemon.
Okay, sure, why not?
Because he's the best lemon squeezer in the world.
I don't know why
that I've
I'm
met.
so good at that, but whatever.
Excellent.
Okay.
Everyone needs Randall to cook with, really. So this is a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. This is great for the brain. It's the good oil.
Pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
And a little pinch of pepper.
And that's beautifully
Look
done.
at that. That's unbelievable. What I'm finding is that when it comes to this issue of doshas, it's so simple. If you can understand your dosha and then eat the food according to your dosha, you can learn to live in balance. Food as a way to help people live in balance. It's
Absolutely.
really, and it's an ancient art, isn't it?
It's over 5,000 years old.
Well, one of the things that I want everyone to understand is to learn your dosha. You can go online, find out what your dosha is, and then learn the types of foods that you need to eat, either plus or minus, in order to balance out your dosha. Coming up next, we make a vegetable rice pilau. Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. Today we're talking about balance. Amrita, what dish are we making today?
We're making a flavorful vegetable pilau.
Okay.
Today we're also adding chicken to the dish.
I like that. You know, and it's a thing that people didn't realize, well, I didn't know, that you don't just have to be vegetarian to be healthy. You can learn to be healthy by adding even meat.
That's right. And in the back of our book, the Modern Ayurvedic Cookbook, we have a table that shows you how various meats affect the doshas.
Okay. Well, what do I need to start chopping today? What do I do first here?
Oh, please do the onions first. But before you do that, can you please melt the bouillon cubes in the water?
So this
that will bring a lot of flavor to the rice.
So this is hot water.
Hot water,
just put it right in.
Exactly. Just melt it right in. It'll dissolve in there.
Okay, I'll let it sit there.
Yeah, and please chop the onion.
Okay, I'm good at that. And what are you
Thank you very much.
working on?
I'm going to be sizzling cumin seeds. Now, it's absolutely key to sizzle cumin seeds because that brings out all the flavor. It also brings out the goodness. Cumin seeds balance all the doshas and aid to the digestion.
And one of the things that I'm always learning from you is the importance of using raw spices.
Yeah.
Rather than just getting it out of the bulk.
Yeah.
You're saying use the raw spices the way it came.
Yeah.
It has all these natural properties, and that's what helps balance our bodies.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're such a good student.
Well,
okay.
I'm learning.
It's starting to sizzle. Can you hear that? Can you see how it slowly turns a little bit whiter?
It's almost like popcorn. You have
It's
to
like
kind of
popcorn, exactly.
Okay.
So they'll just sizzle a little bit, 30 seconds usually. Depends on how hot your oil is.
Am
They
I
don't
doing
have to
okay?
be perfect. Yeah, that's
That's
perfect.
okay?
If we don't throw them in right away, then the cumin seeds, if they go longer than 30 seconds, could easily burn. Okay, so
Okay.
their timing is absolutely crucial.
And you want me to start this tomato right away too?
Yes, please, thank you. We've got lots of vegetables, and for the true vegetarians out there, you could use tofu, you could even add lentils instead of the chicken, or nothing at all, because there's peas here and there's lots of good food value. Because we've used brown rice, which is a complex carb, you've also got protein in the rice, and you've got food that's going to keep you going all day long.
So basically, we just look at all this veggies, and you're adding them all together, letting them cook together. When you put the rice in, it'll all cook together, and all the flavors will
That's
kind
right.
of come together.
And because we've used the 6 tastes that is so important in Ayurveda, salty, sour, sweet, bitter, astringent, and pungent,
Wow, what's astringent? That's
it's a kind of a soury, it's not quite sour, but it makes your lips pucker.
and
kind
so
of.
that helps balance
Drying.
our bodies
It's a
as
bit of a
well, having
drying,
the presence
taste.
of all those. Is that the idea? Having the presence of all of them?
It's essential.
balance.
Because we're made up of Vata, Pitta, Kapha,
Yeah.
those 6 tastes will balance us out. We definitely have more of one than the other, some of us.
What about these
But-
spices? What do I got to do with these?
Okay, thank you. Can you throw
This
the,
is
garlic?
Garlic.
Okay. There's
we've
the
got-
pungent.
This is the ginger.
Yeah, there's the ginger.
I love that.
And so good for us, the ginger.
This
Warming.
is turmeric.
Turmeric, yes.
This
thank
is
you.
one of my favorite spices that you taught me about.
Isn't it wonderful? And it's a
love
natural antibiotic. You'll hear people talking about it a lot now. Andrew Wales started the talk about it, I think, and lots of people. It's a natural antibiotic. It'll cauterize wounds. Gargle with it if you have a sore throat or a cough.
And salt. Did I put the salt in yet?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can throw the salt in now. I mean, some people are true gourmets. A lot of them believe in putting the salt in later. So do it your way, but we're
Okay.
putting it in now.
Bottom line is now we just add all this stuff with the rice, and away we're going.
Yeah, let's coat the rice. Let's put the rice in first and just
Okay.
coat it in here. This is an amazing dish because in one pot and one dish, you have an absolutely delicious, flavorful vegetable rice pilau, and adding a bit of chicken if you want to.
This is going to be a
That will
lot of stuff in there.
absolutely impress your guests, really. And
Okay.
you've not done very much. You could even have a run while this is cooking if you're a short-time runner. Okay,
Okay, adding this. There's just,
Yeah.
so basically just add everything in here. Can I just add it all in?
add it all in.
Let's do it.
Add
Wow.
it all in.
Look at this. This is fun. I
And
love
it's
this.
colorful. And
I'm
see
just
that, the
dumping
rainbow
everything in.
colors?
We got potato. What's this here?
Cilantro, which balances
I love
all the doshas, and it's
cilantro.
fresh green cilantro.
And then I'm adding my tomatoes and my peppers.
Yep,
You get that off there. This is just a mix. This is a medley, is what this is.
medley. And look how
A medley.
gorgeous that looks.
And this is my. This,
This is
your
the rainbow colors that people talk about. So you get all the minerals, all the nutrients.
I've taken a green pepper, a hot little pepper, hot.
Okay, you've slit it, which is very important.
So it stays
Brings
right in
out
there.
the flavors. We won't eat it, but it'll bring all the flavors into the dish.
Now we just add the chicken right on top.
Well, actually, can you chop that, Randall?
Sure, into pieces.
Yeah, just
Okay.
chop it a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, if that was your tofu, just chop your tofu. Use harder, medium firm. It'll crumble a little bit.
Just into smaller chunks like that. Is that okay?
Exactly, that's perfect.
Okay, and then we basically we'll put this in. We'll cover it. And how long do you let her simmer?
40 to 45 minutes. As long
Okay.
as when the rice is ready, the dish is ready.
Okay, we're going to let this simmer and cook for about 45 minutes.
Oh, we have to add the water though.
Okay, right. I got the water.
Remember the
here.
water? So
we
the
go.
water has to go 1 inch above the rice line. So
Bit
you
more?
measure with your fingers. Yeah,
That's about enough.
1 inch above the rice line. Perfect.
And then you cover.
Now we bring it to a boil.
Once it's to a boil, we cover and we're good.
Once it comes to a boil, yeah, exactly. It'll come to a boil. As soon as it comes to a boil, you turn it down to low, cover the dish. You must make sure that there is no steam releasing out of the bowl. Steam is necessary to cook this dish.
Okay, we're steaming
Okay.
it, and away we go. So this has been cooking for 45 minutes. It's ready to go. Look at that. That looks amazing.
Does it look delicious?
Oh, it looks unbelievable. So this has got all the vegetables that's essential for every dosha.
Yes.
I can just spoon it right in here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And we're going to take the chili out for the
Okay.
odd kapha person who wants an extra pep of energy.
So the
to get
kapha, they're
them
kind of, sometimes they get a little sluggish. They get a little depressive.
Yeah.
This is going to get you going. You need a little bit of balance. You want to balance yourself out. that's a little bit guy for you. I don't really need the spice because I've got a lot of passion and energy.
There's enough in there from the slit chili. Added all its flavor.
Okay, now you can garnish with a little cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro balances all the doshas. So it's a lovely,
They can't beat that. That's unbelievable. Coming up next, I talked to a medical doctor and wellness expert, Dr. Susan Bialy, about how to live in balance in our busy lives. Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. I had a chance to talk to Dr. Susan Bialy, a medical doctor and wellness expert, about how to live in balance in our busy lives. 75 to 90% of physician visits are related to stress and imbalance. Dr. Susan Bialy is a medical doctor and a wellness expert. Her most recent book, Live a Life You Love, explores practical ways that people can begin to find that balance in their busy lives. You haven't always lived in balance. Tell me about this moment when you were struggling with depression, even suicide. What was that like?
It was at the same time the worst thing that ever happened to me and the best thing that ever happened to me. I was an emergency medicine resident. This was 10 years ago. I was severely depressed. I was hugely stressed and sleep deprived. I was working at a job that I was totally not suited to and couldn't stand, despite all the training I had leading up to it. And the whole experience really brought my life to this really lowest of the low for me. But at the same time, it was an awakening because things were so bad that I had to ask myself, what can I do to bring this all, not even just into balance, but how can I make my life worth living again?
You know, because as I look at your book, you have these beautiful 7 steps. You lay out some things that obviously you have learned, but so many of us, we live in these fast-paced, busy lives, and then we come to these places in our life where we go, I can't do it anymore.
Yes.
It's overdone.
Yes.
Give me a couple things. Give me a couple of steps that have been really helpful.
The very first step, which is really what changed my life completely, was to finally, for the first time in my life, at the age of 28, give myself permission to be me. So I would say to anybody, if you're struggling, if you're at a crisis in your life, if you're feeling lost, take it back to giving yourself, perhaps the first time in your whole life, the opportunity to just go, who am I really? And what would a fulfilling, meaningful life look like to me?
Do you mean by this, like so many of us live trying to fulfill other people's expectations, and you're saying that's going to destroy, you're going to be sapped of your energy?
Yes, that's how I went so wrong. For most of my life, I had simply done what everybody else thought would be best because I thought they knew better, and that's not the case at all. I really believe that each of us are absolutely unique individuals. We're given very specific gifts, we're given very specific dreams, and it's when you start to honor that and follow that, that everything in your life starts to fall into place.
Give me some practical things. I know one of the things you talk about is your health, that your body, we only have these bodies, and so many of us, we take that for granted, and when we lose our health, we realize, wow, what body's important. Explain to me why our body's so important, and what's something we can do? How can we eat better and to be in balance?
Well, the very first thing that I teach people, which is in step 2, or step 3 actually, is that we live so disconnected from our bodies in our society. We tend to see our body as a means to an end, something that we need to push to get us through the day. And I like to take the opposite approach. That's very important, to be connected with your body, to pay attention to what it's telling you. Because when I was off course with my life, I became very depressed. I had all kinds of illnesses. I got a dental infection that was first described in World War I in the soldiers. That's how stressed I was. And that was my body saying to me, look, you're way out of balance. We need to get back on track, and you need to make some major changes in your life. The body's incredible.
And you're talking about changes in how you eat too?
Everything. How I ate, because I was a resident living in the hospital, essentially all we ate was plain white flour bagels and jam and awful
Right.
fake drinks. And so yes, eating healthy foods, eating regularly, having something as simple as just doing breakfast every morning, making sure you get enough sleep is huge for people, and exercise every day. Just simple exercise has a profound effect on your mood, your outlook, everything.
Another one of the things that you talk about in your steps is the awareness of our spiritual selves.
Yes.
Why is that so important for us to be in balance?
For me, it has just changed life completely. I think when you don't have a spiritual grounding in your life, you feel very alone in the world. You feel like things are happening to you, you can't control them, and you're just being kind of bumped around by life like you're in a pinball machine. And as soon as I started to see the real spiritual picture of my life, have a connection to something bigger than me that actually seemed to have this incredible plan for me if I just was willing to step into it, that was really when everything changed.
Someone's watching and they say, you know what, I feel like I'm out of balance. I feel like I'm just moving around way too fast.
Yeah.
What would you say is the first step that people need to take in order to take back control of their own life?
Well, many of us, we live our way into these lives that we really don't know how we got here, and we've gotten really out of touch with our values. So I would recommend to somebody to identify exactly what their most important values in their life are. For me, it's my spiritual life, it's my health, my family, and my passionate career that I have now with this new book. So every decision that I make, because there are opportunities that come all the time, I make my choices about how I'm going to structure my day, my week, my month, my year, based on those core values, and everything else, too bad, it'll just have to fall away.
You know what, I love that idea of being intentional about our lives. So many of us don't live with intentionality, and I think this book and your ideas are really profound. Thanks so much for chatting today.
Thanks so much.
All the best.
We all know how important it is to balance our lives. It's also important to balance your body. A great exercise for balancing the body is called a Bosu ball squat.
Welcome back to the Ayurvedic Way. As many of you already know, yoga and exercise are excellent ways to bring the body into balance. Vata, do it slower, calmer. Pitta, do it with focus and intention. And Kapha, pep it up and get it moving. But as with any exercise, check with your physician first.
We all know how important it is to balance our lives. It's also important to balance your body. A great exercise for balancing the body is called a Bosu ball squat, which is going to involve your core, your quads, your glutes, your hams, the whole system working together to find your balance. This is called a Bosu ball. It's a half ball. It's a bit tricky to get on, but if you can do it, it's a fantastic exercise. Find your center. You're going to be a little bit wobbly to begin with, no problem at all. Just find your center, let your body adjust. To do the exercise itself, it's a big breath in as you descend, and exhaling as you come back up. Deep breath in, right to the bottom, exhale back up. A fantastic exercise for the entire body, balance you all around. Until next time, start light and do it right.
The lying down twist is great for balancing out the digestive organs, opening the body, and relieving stress. This is a restorative pose that can serve to really bring us into our body and open the energy flow up the spine. Bring one knee into your stomach and then use the opposite hand to push the knee across the body. Repeat on the other side.
So Amrita, what kind of salad is this?
This is a cucumber raita, and you in particular, Randall, are going to love this. Please mix the cucumber in because cucumber cools pitta if it's out of balance.
That's me. I get when I get stressed, out of balance, I'm fiery.
Yeah.
You're telling me cucumber's key for me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Cool as a cucumber.
Okay, that's a good way to know it.
I'll
You're
put
just adding a little
bit
bit
of salt. Yeah, if you just mix that in gently.
Okay, I'm kind of nice.
Beautiful.
For that. Okay, this is
beautiful. That looks gorgeous, Randall.
Okay, and
very
now what?
nice. That's grated cucumber in yogurt. We're going to add a pinch of cayenne, and this is garnish. So look how gorgeous a pinch of cayenne looks when Randall sprinkles it on the raita. Beautiful.
One more?
A little bit more, sure, a
See,
little bit more.
That looks really
And then I'm
cool.
adding a sprig of cilantro.
Wow.
There we go.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is, again, a very, very simple recipe. This is about how to balance our doshas and how to live in balance. This whole show has been really about how to use food and exercise as ways to balance our body. We all live very stressed out. There's some simple ways to do that. I can't wait to try some of this fantastic food. Well, we made some really great dishes here. And Amrita, walk us through. This is the first one was the rice dish. Why is this so important for us?
This is so important because it has the 6 tastes that are essential in Ayurveda to balance the doshas.
Okay. And then we have this raw food salad. What's this one called?
Yes, this is the tomato mint feta salad. So important in Ayurveda to have raw at every meal.
Every meal have some raw food. Okay. And then what's this guy here? It was the cucumber.
That's the cucumber raita, which also has a bit of raw, and it cools pitta.
That's me. And I mean, I'm learning that cucumber is absolutely essential for me. When I'm feeling out of stressed, I need to use foods that help me calm down and cool down.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber.
Cucumber. And you've also added a little spicy guy there.
Yeah, that's for the kapha person. If somebody's predominantly earth and they want to pep up, they would have a bite of the chili and the onion with every meal.
So if you're feeling a little sluggish and you're maybe a little depressive, it's nice to have some spicy foods to help you get some energy in your life.
Absolutely.
Well, Amrita, this has been really great. Thanks so much for teaching us so much about the Ayurvedic way of living.
My pleasure.
Coming up on the next episode, we talk about meditation and spirituality and how important it is in order to live a balanced life to incorporate meditation. Can't wait to see you next time on the Ayurvedic Way. Ooh, I can't wait to dig in here.